Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Valerie Red. I'm back with another video. We got some things to get into per usual. But before you do, y'all know how we do this. Go ahead and show your girl some love by liking this video. And if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe because it is good for your edges, okay? Yes, the highly anticipated Nicki Minaj record, Bigfoot, has dropped. And I want to get into the song, give my thoughts on it, but I also want to talk about some of the things leading up to the release of the song. First and foremost, we can't act like we're blind here, right? We know that there has been a long-standing beef, a history between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion ever since Nicki Minaj did the verse for Hot Girl Summer. And, you know, she was developing a relationship with Megan Thee Stallion. She thought they were becoming cool. Next thing you know, Nicki said Megan started acting funny. And then, bam, WAP comes out. And she's kikiing and laughing with Cardi B as if, you know, they were gang or something. So after that, of course, fans were speculating. Everyone was speculating that there had been a fallout between Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. And then, next thing you knew, shots were thrown. You had Nicki Minaj coming out in her Seeing Green record with Wayne and Drake when she was in her writer's block and she hadn't put out music for a while. She came back with this new song, Seeing Green. She talked about how women were alcoholics. And remember, around that time, this is when Megan and Carl Crawford were having their fallout. You know, she was going through some issues with her label and she was trying to get out of her contract. And Carl Crawford and Megan were exchanging shots online. And basically, Carl Crawford called Megan out for being, you know, a pass around in the industry and also said that she was an alcoholic. So Nicki was throwing shots towards Megan Thee Stallion in her song Seeing Green. And then after Nicki Minaj dissed Megan Thee Stallion on Seeing Green, Seeing Green was released in May of 2021. After that is when Megan started throwing shots. And then we definitely knew that there was a beef between them because she came out with her song Thought-ish in June of 2021, so a month later, and she seemingly dissed Nicki when she said, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis." And then she said, girls want to talk about how I'm not this, but I'm the ish per the Recording Academy, because she remember that year she had just won 3 Grammys. So that was like her responding to Nicki, you know, throwing shots at her. And then since then, the beef was created. Now we are in 2024. And over the past 3 years, these ladies have continued to throw shots at each other subliminally here and there in songs or otherwise. Now, I will say that because Nicki Minaj has also had a long-standing beef with Cardi B, and then, you know, she started beefing with Lotto, a lot of the Megan Thee Stallion beef with Nicki kind of got overshadowed, especially because Megan was kind of on hiatus, you know, after the trial with Tory Lanez. She kind of went ghost for a while. So the beef with Megan and Nicki, it never went away. However, it just was overshadowed by all of the other events that was going on at the time. So here we are, 2024, and Nicki drops a whole album. And of course, Nicki takes every chance she gets to throw shots at her ops, right? So Megan is not immune. So Megan caught some bullets, and I guess the fans was saying, you know, this woman has been shading you and throwing shots at you for years. You've been on hiatus, but now you're slowly popping out. You've been putting out music. You just put out the song with Renee Rapp. You know, you got music. So you're on the scene. You're not on hiatus anymore. And you got this girl with a platinum album that's throwing shots at you. Girl, wake up, get in the booth, and respond. So I feel like Megan was kind of pressured to respond because of the fans. She probably didn't even want to respond to Nicki Minaj. I mean, she's been silent all of this time, right? I mean, she'll throw a shot here or there if she's dropping music, but she's not really focused on the beef with Nicki the way Nicki has been in almost all of her songs. She's been throwing shots. So I don't really feel like she really wanted the smoke with Nicki Minaj, because I feel like she would have done a lot more. I feel like this was just her saying, hey, okay, I see that, you know, you're talking trash about me. I hear you. If you want it, I'll give it to you. But I'm not trying to beef with you, but I will give it to you if that's what you want. If that's what you want, I'll give it to you. So I feel like that's what the Hiss record was when Megan dropped Hiss. That was her whole purpose behind Hiss. Now, I want to talk about Nicki's response because I've seen what a lot of people have been saying online, on Twitter, on Instagram, on the social media platforms. And I have mixed feelings about it. So I want to kind of take my time to talk to y'all about my feelings about Nicki's response. Number one, I think it was dope that Nicki was able to respond in less than 24 hours. A lot of people was dragging her online and saying, hey, you were waiting for this opportunity to drag Megan Thee Stallion. You had this diss song in the tuck already, right? But we have to remember that this is the sport of hip-hop, right? And in hip-hop, there's always going to be some beef happening, whether it's male beef, whether it's female beef, somebody's always going to be getting dissed in songs, right? So if you take your job seriously, if you take your craft seriously, you want to be ready for when something like that happens. Because what Nicki didn't want to do, which I think was smart on her part, she didn't want to wait like a month to put out a response. Because when she was going through the beef with Remy Ma, when Remy, put out Sheether, and she waited a long time, people were dragging Nicki and saying, oh, she didn't want smoke. She was scary. She was afraid. All of this because she didn't respond to Remy right away, right? And then on top of that, she responded. When she did respond, it was with no frauds. And, she got Wayne and Drake on the track. Nicki was more concerned about making the song a hit than actually making it a diss record. And I actually feel like she did the opposite this time. I think she was just trying to make a diss record towards Megan Thee Stallion. She wasn't trying to make it a hit. She wasn't trying to make it a song. She literally had maybe like one verse on the song, right? And the rest she kind of just talked through and was just throwing shots, right? So I feel like when she was dealing with Remy, she took her time and she put out an actual hit. This time, she didn't. She responded in less than 24 hours and she did it by herself solo, right? So I definitely respect that part. Like, that's the part about Nicki's response that I like. And I honestly wish that she would have put out her cover art with the snippet with the Bigfoot and just left it at that, right? For a few reasons. Number one, because I feel like she would have won. Number one, she would have won. Because the Bigfoot line right there annihilated Megan, okay? And that was it. She could have just left it at that, let it sit for a while, and then people wouldn't have been able to say that she was trying to take away from Megan Thee Stallion's shine. She could have just dropped it and left it at that and didn't do any more promotion for it. Just drop the single, let it sit on her Instagram, let it sit on her Twitter, let people talk about it, and let it be that. Because with her doing all the... See, this is the part that I don't like about her response. The part that I don't like about her response is the social media antics. I don't like that she played the social media game. I don't feel that she was wrong for having a diss for Megan Thee Stallion in the cut and dropping it in less than 24 hours. I don't think that was wrong at all. What I think was crazy was the fact that she went on that Twitter rant. Like, I feel like with Nicki playing the social media game for 48 hours, it gave Megan 48 hours worth of streams. Why? Because Nicki was bringing attention to the single. If she would have just put out her cover art with the snippet on it and left it at that and stayed quiet, then I feel like Nicki would have won, right? Because now what Nicki did was she didn't put out a hit. So this is not going to chart. I'm sorry, Bigfoot is probably not going to chart. But in that 48 hours, Megan has scored number ones. She's probably going to be in the top 10 on Billboard. So Nicki inadvertently helped Megan Thee Stallion. She helped push the record. Megan didn't have to do nothing. She didn't have to say nothing. The Barbs and Nicki did all the promotion for Megan Thee Stallion. Not only that, I saw what some of the people were saying online about the Bigfoot song. I'm not 100% thrilled with the song, but I understand that Nicki wasn't trying to make the song a hit. It was just supposed to be like a little diss track, right? That she was having fun with. It kind of reminds me of when Jay Prince was dissing Suge Knight, and it was just like a beat, and he talked. Jay Prince talked throughout the entire song. It was no like structure. to it, but the diss was felt, right? And that song was, and people was playing it. It was respected, right? I feel like Nicki really wasn't trying to have a structured, put together hit. I feel like it was more just about, I'm sending shots on this beat, basically, kind of thing. Which is not, it's not abnormal in hip hop, right? So I understand that. But if she would have stayed off Twitter and she wouldn't have put all of those tweets out about Megan and she would have dropped that song, I think she would have fared better, because what people were saying online is everything that she said on her tweets was what was in the song. So there was nothing that was left to imagination. There was no surprises. There was no, we didn't get that wow factor because it was already on social media. But yeah, I do feel like, Megan won this. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't even listen to his song, but I feel like the song, I only listened to the snippets online. I have not even listened to the full his record, and I feel like that song is going to chart and do better than Nicki's song. And I've played Nicki's song a few times. So, I don't know, guys. You can tell me what you think about all of this in the comments. Do you think that Nicki was right? Was she justified in how she responded? Or did she just kind of shoot herself in the foot? No pun intended. Did she shoot herself in the foot by doing this? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about the record? Did you guys like the Bigfoot record? Did you guys like the Hiss record? What do you guys think about this beef? Because I honestly feel like Megan Thee Stallion she doesn't want the beef with Nicki Minaj. And I feel like it's kind of like making Nicki look like a bully. So I feel like she needs to, at this point, turn her attention to Lotto, because I feel like Lotto will give her what she wants and it will be an easy kill. I don't know. That's just my thought. You guys can let me know in the comments. That was my rant. I love you guys for being here. If you guys haven't already, like this video, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.